6 foot. I mean, she definitely has weapons. Mike Joyce is her coach. He's very familiar with the bigger hitters.
Well, there's some big hitting right off the bat. Serve +1.
15 love.
And that's the ability that she has. She can take the racket out of her opponent's hand and finishing these points very quickly and just not allow Mirra Andreeva to play. That's definitely her goal out here.
First meeting between the two, so this will be the first time that Andreeva is seeing the Krueger serve.
You can just already hear the sound of the ball off the Ashlyn Krueger racket. Just sounds so big, so heavy.
And a hold to love for the 20-year-old American here on grandstand.
This game.
Capacity just over 8,000. There's some standing room available should this court fill up. And I would suggest that if Krueger starts making a run, people are going to see it. And an American's doing well against a seated player. And you might see some more butts and seats out there on grandstand.
Well, you got to get hydrated first and get some food, get some honey juices. I mean,
that's right.
There's still some priorities. There's plenty of tennis left.
After 1:30 in the p.m. here in New York, I walked onto the ground shortly before 11 a.m. and there was already a line for the Moet champagne.
Ooh.
That's a great way to start.
Were you in line?
I was simply walking past the line, coming to work, Coco. All pro over here. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
I believe you.
Coco, her results at such a young age suggest that Mirra Andreeva is special. What is it about her game, or about her necessarily, that makes her special?
Well, I think that she possesses a game where she can change up the paces, change up the looks for a lot of these players. So that makes a lot of these women uncomfortable. And she's still developing, and there's plenty more that she can do and add some power, add some pace, but something that you can't teach is court awareness of anticipation, of just seeing the court and how to make your opponents uncomfortable. And that's the intangible that she already possesses.
40 love.
I think as she gets older, we'll definitely see her be able to inject a bit more strength into her game. At just 17 years old, you're still developing physically.
It's actually going to be interesting to see at 5'9" at 17 if she actually grows even.
Game Andreeva.
All right, both players perfect on serve to start the feeling out process here on grandstand. Ashlyn Krueger was 0 for 6 in major main draw matches before her first round match this year, so she just picked up her first win in a major.
$15 love.
Krueger's already proved
30 love.
herself to be a pretty good doubles player as well. Won the title in Charleston this year with Sloane Stephens. And even before that, she won the girls 18s doubles and singles, which gave her wild cards into both the singles and doubles events at the U.S. Open. That was back in 2022? 2021, pardon me.
Such a prestigious event to win the 18s nationals. It's definitely something that us Americans we look forward to, and we know what's on the line, the U.S. Open wild card. And to do it in both events, it's just building her game.
That is a confident start for Ashlyn Krueger. All holds as we change.
Leads 2-1.
The American leads 2-1.
Love 15.
You can already see in these early stages that Ashlyn Krueger is somewhat taking the racket out of Mirra Andreeva's hand. She's not able to really move Ashlyn around too early. It's just how long can Ashlyn keep the ball in play is the question.
Well, so far, so good.
Love 30.
Because Andreeva needs some time to be able to construct points, to build herself into these rallies. And it's going to be Ashlyn Krueger's job all day to not let Mirra get into any rallies. Not get Andreeva to be able to move her around, make her uncomfortable and off balance.
First break point opportunities now for Ashlyn Krueger. And there's a break for 3-1. Ashlyn Krueger out to a flying start on Grand Slam. And now's about the time you probably want to download the U.S. Open app if you haven't yet. You can track your favorite players, scores, stats, and watch match highlights. You can get player news. And new this year, you can get live 3D views of all the singles matches. It's available in the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store. Well, that was an angry looking second serve that just hit it as hard as I can into the middle of the net from Andreeva. A little frustration, maybe?
She definitely has a bit of sassiness to her. I remember distinctly during the Roland Garros, her mom leaving her box. She was just kept complaining to the box, and finally her mom just got up and said, "I'm out of here." So still some growing pains for Andreeva.
With her results, you forget that she's 17 years old and not that even deep into 17 at this point.
There's good point construction from Mirra Andreeva, just not able to execute at the end, getting Ashlyn Krueger on the move quickly, changing directions on the forehand to down the line into the Krueger backhand.
Well, that's the first point Krueger's lost on serve in this match so far. Had won her first 11 points on serve. Concern perhaps from Conchita Martinez, you'd never know.
Game Krueger.
And Krueger holds and maintains the lead. It's 4-1.
To manage the power.
It's funny, on the point before, I was thinking, man, she did the right thing. She looped one high to Ashlyn's backhand, and it figures like she could, and she just stepped up and cracked a winner down the line.
Yeah, and you just say too good, okay? You know, let's keep in a good thought process. Let's keep problem solving out here. Maybe instead of throwing one up high, you go low to her, make Ashlyn get down low on a slice or something like that. First things first, I would get out of these backhand-to-backhand exchanges. It is Andreeva's better wing, but Ashlyn is just hitting the ball way too solid right now to go pick on that corner.
That snowball just keeps rolling downhill as Ashlyn Krueger extends her lead to 5-1 in the first over Mirra Andreeva.
Way better start than her first round match.
Goodness me, she lost 6 love in her first set in the main draw here before coming back to win. She's going to try to hand Andreeva a breadstick here on grandstand.
Yeah, this is a big moment for Ashlyn Krueger. As young as Mirra Andreeva is, Ashlyn's just 20 years old.
And it is a very crowded landscape for high-end American women on the WTA Tour right now. Ahead of Ashlyn Krueger in the rankings, Coco Gauff, Jessica Pegula, Danielle Collins, Emma Navarro, Madison Keys, Peyton Stearns. I'll finish after this point. Taylor Townsend, Caroline Dolehide, Amanda Anisimova, Sophia Kenin, Katie Volynets, and then you have Ashlyn Krueger, and she's only ranked 59 in the world.
Listen, the American women have always been stacked out there.
Deep talent pool.
Just finally the American men are catching up.
It's true. It's true. Best concentration of American men in the top 20 in like 30 years. That's well done from Andreeva.
30-15.
It's just all about gaining the experience for Ashlyn Krueger. And staying within herself. You're up the double break.
30-all.
Let's not start thinking ahead. And every young American that's gone through this situation, having the potential to take down a high seed, playing on grandstand for your first time, you can definitely get ahead of yourself in these moments.
Oh. 30-40.
Well, now a break chance for Andreeva to get one of the breaks back. And maybe start to feel like Krueger can miss a little bit, because this is the first game where she's come down out of that tree. It's got to be nice to have that kind of first serve to get yourself out of a little bit of trouble.
It's still a shot that I think she could get better for sure. She does have the pace to it, but she doesn't get good enough placement, in my opinion, on it.
Ashlyn Krueger has a set point.
Krueger.
Good hustle point here. Just maybe you should have approached to the forehand wing, but you got to cover your line. That's tennis 101 right there.
Second serve.
That's all it took for the 20-year-old from Dallas, Texas, to take the first set from the 20.
Again, right there, that's just too good. What can you do to stop her from hitting a winner at will? Try to change the pace. You brought her forward a little bit, then you threw the ball up high, but that's just landing right in the wheelhouse for Ashlyn Krueger.
The one thing we haven't seen Andreeva do yet is try to prod to the forehand side and make Krueger move to her forehand side. Everything's going towards the backhand way.
Yeah, it's because Andreeva wants to get into the backhand rallies, because that is her stronger side, but it's only helping Ashlyn Krueger. So as a player, you almost have to go against your own grain to just try and problem solve out here. I played Madison Keys one time, and I love going forehand to forehand with most players, but there's a time and a place of, okay, she's just better at it than I am today, so I got to go play into her backhand, which I wasn't as comfortable with because I didn't like the ball off of her backhand as much. But sometimes when you just can't touch the ball anymore, they're hitting winners by you, you have to change it up.
Now, as if things couldn't get any worse, Mirra Andreeva gets called for a foot fault, and then Krueger steps all over her second serve.
That second serve has just been eaten alive. It's not like she's serving at a bad percentage right now. That first set was 64%, so that's not terrible.
30-40.
And that's ace number 3 for the match for Mirra Andreeva, but she's still facing a break point here in the opening game of set number 2. Goodness, this match is flying by at the speed of light because Krueger's playing lights out tennis up a set and a break on the 21 seed, Mirra Andreeva. What an incredible display from the 20-year-old American Ashlyn Krueger. She's only dropped 1 game to Mirra Andreeva through the first set in a game. Serves with a break now, up 1 love. By the way, have you noticed how tight the nets are here this year? I mean, they're usually tight at the U.S. Open. There's Michael Joyce. Coach of Ashlyn Krueger, by the way.
15-0.
Michael Joyce was with Maria Sharapova for a long time, as well as Jess Pegula in the early stages, both big hitters.
He's got another one now. Certainly have an upset alert on grandstand. Russ Thaler, Coco, Gauff on the call as 20-year-old Ashlyn Krueger of the United States, fresh off her first ever win in a main draw in a major in round 1, is steamrolling the 21 seed Mirra Andreeva. 6-1 in the first, up a break, serving at 1 love, 15-30 in the second. This is actually the first pressure she's felt on her serve all match.
Besides the 1 break point when she was serving for the set.
But Krueger's really just taken the racket out of Andreeva's hand for most of this match. No?
Completely. And that's a ability that Ashlyn Krueger has, and Mirra Andreeva has tried to throw Krueger off of her rhythm, throwing high balls, but hasn't phased Ashlyn one little bit.
And here's the second break chance of the match for Mirra Andreeva, trying to level this set at 1 game apiece.
This has been one of the first points in this whole match that Andreeva has been able to move Ashlyn Krueger off the middle of the court.
Game Andreeva.
And perhaps momentum is shifting just a bit as Andreeva breaks for 1-all. That was a forehand that Krueger did not miss in the first set.
No, she probably even finished the point sooner in the first set in 2-3 shots.
That's Conchita Martinez the coach of Mirra Andreeva, of course, the Hall of Famer in her own right. As Mirra waits for people to come in, we have new rules allowing fans to move at a brisker pace in and out of places here at the U.S. Open. It takes a little while for the players to get used to that too, seeing all that movement.
Yeah, we're creatures of habit at the end of the day. It's definitely something new, and I appreciate it, allowing fans to come in whenever. You pay enough money to get these tickets, you might as well see every single point. The players will get used to it. Give them a couple rounds.
Second serve has been a big problem for Mirra Andreeva. In fact, she's only won 1 point on second serve in this entire match. Krueger's taking control from that second serve return all the way around.
Andreeva just hasn't done a good enough job of handling the pace of Krueger. She's got to get lower on her legs. I would prefer to see that than her backing up to handle the pace. Just because when she's throwing that ball up, Ashlyn's just taking the step into the court and hitting winners at will.
Karolina Muchova would have hit that behind her back.
I saw that. That was pretty sick. That was pretty sick.
It was similar play, right? Like
yeah.
Overran it and flicked lob and then went to the point.
The football.
Yeah, it'll be a second serve, so the foot fault supersedes the let because it happened before she struck the ball.
Well, it seems like Andreeva does not agree with the call, but you can ask for replays.
Replay ain't going to do anything about the way Ashlyn Krueger's hitting the ball right now.
Krueger leads.
Gets that break right back for a set and 2-1. It has been quite the display from 20-year-old Ashlyn Krueger, up a set and 2-1, serving to the 21 seed Mirra Andreeva. And while Andreeva burst onto the scene in 2023, starting in April, where she just won matches and didn't stop, been different for Ashlyn Krueger. She was a terrific junior player and kind of made each step along the way on the lower levels of the game, where she finds herself here now in this place. And she is up for the moment.
Oh, she is. And it's based off that stat that you read earlier. I believe you said it was six main draw losses in a row, and in her first 6 appearances, and it's all about the progression for Ashlyn Krueger of getting used to these situations, getting used to the court out here, and being on the main stage.
(30-15). 3-15.
And now points to consolidate this break of serve and take a 3-1 lead in the second for Ashlyn Krueger.
Ball T30.
Oh, and that return clips the line.
Juice.
Maybe put a pin in that moment right there. Kind of a half shank winner from Andreeva on a return that would have given Krueger a 3-1 lead here in the third.
More balls directed into that forehand wing
Advantage,
by Andreeva, producing the air. And I believe I overheard Conchita Martinez telling Andreeva, let me hear your feet. Get the footwork, get engaged. This match isn't over.
Juice.
Also, Andreeva has to start slowing this match down. I always used to live by this adage of win fast, lose slow, because you never know when somebody's going to blink out there.
I love that, actually.
And the longer you keep Ashlyn Krueger out there, maybe at some point she'll realize the moment and just kind of falter.
Advantage, Andreeva.
And who knows? Maybe we are witnessing that moment right now. A break chance for Andreeva to level this second set at 2-all. And that is well done for Mirra Andreeva.
2-all.
Very
Second
difficult
set.
second serve, and it's 2-all. And USOpen.org is your online home for point-by-point live scoring, highlights, real-time stats, and draws. You can visit the official tournament site at USOpen.org.
Love.
A lot of positive self-talk here from Andreeva, too, trying to get herself fired up and get back into this thing.
Just not enough movement on that second serve. It's just right in the wheelhouse for Ashlyn Krueger.
15-13.
And because Ashlyn Krueger is being so effective in the Mirra Andreeva service games, is forcing Andreeva to feel like she has to hit so big from the word go, causing a lot of unforced errors. Because that's not in her nature for Andreeva to try and hit a winner and first strike type of tennis. That's more of the Ashlyn Krueger game style. And just forcing the issue a little bit too quickly for Andreeva.
This set has been all breaks of serve, and now an opportunity for a third break for Ashlyn Krueger here in the second set. Another break of serve. Second serve has been no good for Mirra Andreeva. She's won 1 point this entire match on second serve. 0 for 8 this set.
Time.
So Ashlyn Krueger will step to the line, trying to be the first person to hold serve in this set. 5 straight breaks. Krueger has the scoreboard advantage here, up a set and leading 3 games to 2 over the 21 seed on grandstand.
Love 15.
Fourth double fault of the match for Krueger. That's the first outward signs of frustration that we've really seen from Mirra Andreeva.
And understandably, she definitely has not felt like this in a very long time, I'm sure, of just having no ability to work her way into this match. You can just see the stress all over her face now in this game. Again, just too good. There's nothing wrong with that return. It had good depth on it. Ashlyn held her ground. Good drive in the legs. It just can't catch up to it. Too big of a shot.
And just sheer power inside out on the forehand, forcing the error. And now points for 4-2 for Ashlyn Krueger.
The way you got to handle power is you got to get low with your legs. You absorb power with your legs more so with your strokes.
Game Krueger.
And our first hold of the second set lifts Ashlyn Krueger to a 4-2 lead after taking the first set 6-1.
Second set.
Third foot fault call in this set.
And Andreeva's frustration is starting to boil over.
Love 15.
Well, I'll tell you, in a crowded sea of top U.S. women's tennis players, it's hard to make a name for yourself. Ashlyn Krueger might be doing that right now at the 2024 U.S. Open.
It's a tough feeling as a player for
Love 30.
Andreeva. It's to feel like you are powerless in these moments because Ashlyn Krueger has hardly put a foot wrong and just really is bulldozing through this match.
Love 14. Fifteen 40. Thirty 40.
If Ashlyn can get up a double break here, that's pretty much game, set, match. You got to feel like for Andreeva, and you can start to see the emotion on Andreeva's face.
Game Krueger.
Andreeva makes the first serve, and Krueger paints the baseline with a return. They'll change ends, and the 20-year-old from Dallas will serve for the biggest win of her life. Twenty-year-old Ashlyn Krueger had never won a match at a major event before her first-round win after dropping the first set 6-love a couple of days ago. Up 6-1, 5-2, serving for the third round of the U.S. Open.
15 love.
Well, that's got to be one of the longest rally of the match, but it just hasn't
15
happened
all.
many times where Andreeva has been able to get a rally over 4 shots. And that's just a testament to how well Ashlyn Krueger is striking the ball. Not so much that Andreeva's playing poorly.
Fifteen 30.
The only wobble we saw from Ashlyn Krueger in the first set was when she tried to serve it out, and she ended up serving it out. And here she is at 15-30 trying to serve out the match.
30 all. Thirty 40. Game Andreeva.
Maybe that little bit of blinking. But that's why you have the insurance break.
Krueger leads 5 games to 3, second set.
Third break of this set for Andreeva. She has not been able to hold serve in this set, and she'll need to stay in it. And I'll reiterate, she hasn't won a point on second serve this set, and she's only won 1 point on second serve all match long.
It's just a crazy stat right there. She broke the trend. She won a
15
point
love.
on second serve, Andreeva.
First one of the set.
Thirty love.
Krueger hasn't necessarily felt real pressure maybe in this match. If Andreeva holds, that might be it.
Love. Oh. 40-15. Wait, please.
Fixing the dampener.
That's what it looks like. These things can be a little finicky sometimes.
I was not a dampener player, so I like to hear the noise a bit clearer.
Let's first set.
Respect. Don't know how you do it. Andreeva holds.
New balls, please.
And things tighten up in the second set on grandstand. Ashlyn Krueger serves for the match for a second time after they change ends. Ashlyn Krueger's got some impressive wins this year. Down to Vekic in Cincinnati, Leylah Fernandez in Toronto. She's got 4 wins over top 25 players this year alone. So it's not uncharted territory, but this right here is uncharted. Never been to the second round of a major, let alone a third before today. Ashlyn Krueger, 20 years of age from Dallas, Texas, serving for the match against Mirra Andreeva, the 21 seed.
So huge to win the first point. It's very underrated and not talked about enough when you are serving for a big moment, whether it's the first set or for a match. Winning that first point just calms you down so much.
Dirty low.
It's all about just staying within yourself here. Don't get too hyped.
Too low.
And this is what I love about a New York crowd. They know the moment that, the big moment, the big occasion that Ashlyn Krueger is about to achieve.
T15.
Red, white, and blue bandanas going.
Let's.
She's ready to walk forward to the net and shake hands after that serve.
Welcome to the big time.
6-1, 6-4.
1-4 over the 21 seed Mirra Andreeva, and the 20-year-old American, for the first time in her career, is into the third round of the U.S. Open.
Cool as a cucumber. Taking out the number 21 seed.
And I think it's hitting her now.
Now.
I think she just